Hey, it's Lula Manderson and welcome to the news, your local South African news, African and international news. So if that's your thing, please subscribe to the channel. Please like if you enjoy the content. Also support us on Patreon. That's the only way we get funding. No monopoly capitalist, no political party. We are an independent news media source. So the support will be appreciated. The link is in the description below. AfriForum has gone to the Constitutional Court to prevent John Hlophe, the ousted judge president of the Western Cape, from serving as the country's watchdog for other judges. If you didn't know, John Hlophe right now will be presiding on all the judges in the country. But AfriForum and the Democratic Alliance don't want that. They want to go as far as changing the constitution. Think about it. When was the last time the constitution was amended? And for the right reasons, you can't just change the constitution. If we really think about it, the one most important reason for South Africans to change the constitution would be for us to change it so that people can get the land. Right now, 80% of the population doesn't even own the land. It's owned by the state and also other monopoly capitalists. So why would you go as far as changing the constitution just for a single judge? Do they despise this man that much? But at least there are people that are defending John Hlophe. Umkhonto weSizwe Youth League actually said the MK Youth League condemns AfriForum's baseless constitutional court application against John Hlophe. We stand firm in support of the justice and integrity of the country. So obviously they have to go and jump a lot of loopholes to actually remove John Hlophe. Even the Secretary General of the ANC, Fikile Mbalula, had something to say. He's actually saying that the appointment of John Hlophe is morally bankrupt. Morally bankrupt. Is not illegal or anything. These guys have to go as far as the constitution. Let's just accept that John Hlophe is on the sitting bench. That's it. Because at the moment, they'll just be complaining all day. There's nothing they can really do. Changing the constitution, they can just forget about it. You can't just amend the constitution just for the sake of it. It has to be a serious matter. Okay, this story is just sad. The suspended Democratic Alliance MP Renaldo Gouws returns as deputy spokesperson in Parliament. Party defends his appointment. Now, that's not new. We've known this guy, the kind of person he is. We knew he was a bigot. All we want is to be respected. Imagine each and every day when we are watching parliament proceedings, Renaldo Gouws will be talking and we have to listen to someone who was throwing the K word around, the N word around all over the show, and we must take this man seriously.
Those of you that don't know out there, okay, when in South Africa a person says, or when in America a person says, what do you think they refer to? They try to use a derogatory term for black people.
We must watch Parliament, watch him make laws of the country, take him seriously while he called Africans the K word. Imagine that kind of demented thing. We have to go with it. We are forced as citizens. Now, I ask you as South African citizens, what are we going to do about it? There's a bigot, a person who has used the K word, the N word on South Africans. Are we going to allow him to go on Parliament? Is there something we can do? Who has the courage to do something about this? Because we can't stand around and stand for this. This is just treason at this point. And the next story we are going to read from the Sowetan Live, because there's an actual reader that wrote a letter saying that the EFF MK party pose a threat to the rule of law. So the letter reads, and I quote, "South Africa will be turned into ashes come the day the EFF and MK party rule this country. If given a chance to run it, there won't be any rule of law of our courts, especially for the members of the said parties, where they'll be defended by the advocate Dalimpofu, who defends anything that comes across from both parties." So the letter continues. I wonder if the said advocate is the only one or chosen one in all 9 provinces who can Okay, so the letter continues. I wonder if the said advocate is the only one or only chosen one in all 9 provinces who can defend the wrongdoings, the banning of parliament, the arms deal, former public protector Busisiwe Mkhwebane, MK party disputing of the IEC results, and the VBS Bank saga. And the reader continues, and I quote, what is in the minds of South Africans is that if both organizations are to be given a chance to run South Africa, their members will always come out of court victorious, even if they are found guilty. And the defender and protector will be the one and only advocate Dalim Mpofu. Radio TV anchors Clement Manyathela and Xoli Ngambi both interviewed Mpofu on the different media houses, but the same man of law disputed all that was asked about the VBS Bank in connection with the funds that went to EFF at some stage. He contradicted himself when he was cornered by Manyathela. Then he concludes, wake up South Africa, next time vote wisely. I don't know who wrote this, I don't know who the reader is, but I can already tell you the demographic of this reader. Number 1, he probably lives in the suburbs. Number 2, he probably pays his taxes, a person who's working 9 to 5. If you can check, this person is speaking on a point of privilege. And when we check EFF and MK, who are they going to benefit at the end? They are for the African people. So if you are a person who's on a monopoly capitalist, you are just a person who's paying their tax, obviously they are not for you. They are for the small guys, the people who are really poor, emalokshin, people who are really struggling. So if you're already wealthy and rich, you think that MK and EFF will take your wealth and land. That's the most important thing. So this person probably owns land somewhere and is scared that if EFF and MK were to take over, they are going to take his land back. And the Miss South Africa saga continues. This girl Vanessa, I don't know what she did to these people, but apparently they've created a fake Twitter account on her behalf. They also created a fake TikTok account on her behalf. It's so bad that she had to come out with a statement saying that she doesn't have Twitter. So what's really going on? Why are people attacking this girl? Because she's just an ordinary person. She just wants to be Miss South Africa, but people are hounding her day and night. Imagine if you have to take your time, create a fake profile and fake bio, fake everything. You have to tweet all the time. When I checked this girl, because when this story was still coming out, I wanted to reach out to her. So I actually went on Instagram, I couldn't find her. I went on Twitter, couldn't find her. Went on Facebook, couldn't find her. I eventually found her on TikTok. So I told her the situation, what's going on. I think now she's alert because she's actually putting out statements and actually telling people what's really going on. So yeah, this situation, I really can't believe this is happening. Because if Miss South Africa has to put out a statement and telling us everything is fine, why are people still spreading rumors about this girl? Why do they try to divide us? I think at this point, Miss South Africa needs to step in, do something about this. Because remember, they spoke about media censorship. I think in this case, the government should do something. So imagine people can create a fake account on your behalf and people are busy hating on you. That's unfair for you because you didn't even create that account and that account claims to be you. So I think someone should intervene, or Miss South Africa needs to come up with a statement, or maybe this is just the hype, right? We are talking about it right now because I don't know when was the last time I was talking about Miss South Africa, but this time, unfortunately, I'm going to watch it. I'm gonna have to watch the whole pageant, so maybe to support this girl so she can win. Because at this point, they're just hating on her just for the sake of it. They're creating fake news so she can be out in the bid. I think anyone who can support this girl, just support her. She has a TikTok. Here's her TikTok. You can just go to her TikTok and just follow her. I think she needs all the support she can get because people are just hating at this point. So let's just follow her. And in international news, Trump presidency expected to be bad news for South Africa. Now, let's be serious. When has America been good news for South Africa? I mean, they've been bullying us for years. Do you remember at some point they bullied us in buying their chicken? During Zuma's tenure, they said we must buy their chicken or otherwise. And we bought the chicken. You know, tons and tons of chicken. They bullied us into buying it. So what's new? If Donald Trump gets into presidency and bullies us, life goes on, right? But obviously, as a normal human being, as a person on the ground, we cannot allow to be bullied by America. If they want to bully us, man, they can bring it on. We are not scared of them. So that's the news for you today. Really hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, slap the like. Subscribe if you want more news in the future. Please follow me on my socials, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, wherever. Subscribe once more. Yes, Lulamandesen. For now, sharp, sharp.